What's going on, everyone? Goddrifter here, and welcome back to another Newsbeat Heat Chill live stream. This is live stream number 13. Now, for those that those that are new to the channel, uh, and for those that don't know what I do on this channel, I stream games and I give out informational videos on the Crew 2. So essentially it's going to be essentially what it's a it's a live stream. Um, so basically, this is a legit automotive game. It's an automotive gaming type of channel. So literally, see Needs Be Heat, The Crew 2, Gran Turismo, Assetto Corsa, Car Mechanic Simulator. Usually, usually any sort of game that involves cars and stuff. That's usually my sort of thing. But sometimes I play different games, so there's that. um, Right now, it's gonna be a chill day because, well, usually a Friday is usually a chill day, so why not? My goodness. Like, I'm doing well. Um, Although yesterday was pretty hectic in GTA, where literally, like, we have like, literally like one. Because here's I was doing the prize ride challenge, which you had to win 5 sprint races. Out 9 times out of 10, it was at the observatory, and
So when are you gonna get
it's
your own
full on
place?
that's full
Don't
on
listen to
north.
him.
Yeah, we're like, man, it was like, oh my god, if they give me this thing one more time, I'm actually going to shove that up observatory up that racist butts for some reason. um, so yeah, it was all pretty hectic. I think like at the end of the live stream, end up continuing, and I actually eventually got the car. Um, I actually wanted to recreate what the car is based on, which was I think it's called the Hakomata. I think that's what it's called. It's a Nissan Skyline. I think it's a Dawson Center truck with a Skyline front end. Let me see what it is. And no, not I'm not talking about the R chassis. I'm talking about the C chassis models. Um. Oh, I actually forgot about that one. Give me a moment. There we go. Alright then. So, hey, went to the live stream. Let's see. What am I missing? Hmm. Like, not gonna lie, a lot of the cars I actually have built on this game, this is by far my most favorite. These are pretty much my favorite cars customized, other than the Evo. Reason being, they're pretty customizable, and not to mention they're really common in the West Coast. So there's that. Even though the East Coast usually has it, but the West Coast literally has like those are really go. You usually see these every now and then. And I'm not kidding when I say this. They're kind of like the Scions, like for example, like XBs, TCs, XAs, XDs, IQs, FRSs. Usually find these everywhere. That's basically what it is. Uh, but yeah, I'm actually just gonna drive around and see if I can actually let's see if I can actually do not do multiple mile races because using the for the most part, a lot of people will either do racing they do um or do something like a or do something like the cruise. Like that's one or two things that most people do. Like I rarely using. I used to go to car meets a lot, but since PlayStation removed the communities tab, it's a lot difficult, and all of us have to rely on Discord. And the only problem I have with Discord is that you never know who's gonna be posting car meets in Need for Speed Heat, other than literally like open the app and then check the latest message and it's like okay that's okay, so that person is literally doing my goodness. Hmm. Not really thought about it, and I can legit say it, but my classmate's 350Z is louder than this. Like literally, literally like from startup to literally, by the time he's gone, you can still hear it, and it's like, what the heck? Like, what kind of exhaust is that? Oh, God. Oh, jeez. All right. All right. I might as well. All right. So this is gonna be so yeah, it's gonna be me driving around while talking about certain
All this
topics.
time and you never
So
bring us back donuts or pizza or nothing.
well, then again, I actually want to talk about how I got into Need for Speed in the first place because usually to this day, um, it was pretty insane how I actually got into Need for Speed, um, and in more ways than one. So yeah, I might as well just explain that mess. Um, yeah, what's up, bro? Hey, what's the live stream? Um, shoot, I don't know what car to drive. Um, wait, this one has okay, that's the 5.7. All right, I'm gonna see. I guess I'm driving around a classic Camaro, cause why not? Um, okay, so it's gonna be a long story on how I got into the Need for Speed games, or actually any other racing game for that matter. Um, so the way I got into Need for Speed is basically like any other story. Basically, your older sibling actually ended up playing one of the games, and you got like you're literally like entranced by it. For me, that was Need for Speed Underground, and my brother played it, and it was one, if not the, it was not the coolest looking game I ever seen because not only there was customization, you can literally change the neon, you can change window tint, you can change body parts, you can have vinyls on the car. It was literally like Fast and Furious, but you're the main character. Um, and it was pretty insane how I actually got into it in the first place. Um, then my brother returned it from Blockbuster, and then literally the next year, boom, my brother ended up getting Need for Speed Underground 2, and he rented it for at least a couple of days. And like I said, it was like I said, I actually was in the living room watching my brother play this racing game. It was pretty cool nonetheless. And the only way I can actually play the game is I was literally playing demos because with demos there's no save data on it, so it was pretty insane. And at the time, I do believe it was Burnout 3 that actually interests me in the game more than um, Need for Speed Underground. And then Need for Speed Most Wanted came out, and I asked my brother if he could actually make me a car. And the car I picked, and I was really, I was really, uh, basically descriptive. And I said I want a car with quad headlights that looks like a tuner car. And you won't believe what he actually gave me. He gave me a Lotus Elise. And keep in mind, those cars were pretty popular back then. Well, other than having a Toyota motor, but that's an whole entire story for another day. Um, so yeah, I used the car, and I immediately got the car impounded. Oh my god! And I was like, wait, why can't I use my car anymore? It's like, oh, because the car's being impounded, and I wasn't allowed to use the car like right after that. And the last time, and then literally the last day before he returned it, he was on blacklist number 2, and I not King West is. It was one of not the coolest intros. Actually, I even explained it in my top 15 most wanted blacklist members that Bull actually, without a doubt, had the best intro. Um, then right after that, he literally he just keeps on renting NFL games and, well, Dragon Ball Z games, because me and my brother were literally big fans of Dragon Ball Z, and it got so bad that I legit tried to replicate the Kamehameha with literally just sandbags. And no, not those giant sandbags you usually see on hot air balloons. No, we're talking like the small sandbags that usually like little kids play with. And my like, is he any good? Been debating it, game it. It depends because wait, actually, um, this is what I recommend. First watch the gameplay. If you like it, then you can buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. It just depends on someone's. Well, it depends on what someone's looking for. Because if they're looking for like a Forza type of gameplay, they're not gonna get it from a Need for Speed game. The game has 130 cars, which, well, 134 cars. They have the deluxe edition. Customization is that of Need for Speed Payback, except for the cards. They got rid of the performance cards, and you can even you can literally engine swap in the game, which that's since that's actually a thing that a lot of people didn't know what they're gonna add. And believe it or not, this this game had more engine swaps than Forza, which is pretty insane because the only car that doesn't have an engine swap was the Ford FXSK Evo. And keep in mind, that car already has a pretty powerful engine, a hybrid V12 from a factory. Let me show you what I mean. Alright.
No matter how bad it gets out there, at least we ain't gotta worry about Mercer no more.
Let's see. You can swap in. Let me turn the engine on. Don't care if it's got realistic handling like Forza. One of the good cars needs a storyline and something that's fun. How's NFS? Jeez. Like I said, watch the gameplay. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it. But like in all seriousness, I'm not that type of person that does game reviews. Like I'm literally the guy that literally just puts out content and see how it sticks. But if you want me to rate those three out of, you want me to rate how those three are? All right, let me get this. Let me get the grading scale. All right, give me a moment. All right, storyline, really good story. Um, it's not as long as Need to Be Paybacks, but it's not as short as Need to Be 2015's. I gotta give that mess a 8 out of 10 due to the fact that it's a really, really good story. Cars, that mess is a 10. Well, well, hold on. Not a 10, maybe like a 9.5, but yeah, 9.5 no less. For me, it's a 10. But overall, it's a 9.5 due to the fact that they have more than, uh, they actually introduced what I like to call families, which has literally more versions of one car. Like, okay, here, all right, let me, uh, actually, let me head into the dealership so that way I can actually tell, show you what I mean. Um, so that's fun. Usually, most people, uh, fun. It depends because if you're playing the game for the cars, then go right ahead. If you're playing for the story, go right ahead. Um, the fun factor is not that bad. All right, let me show you what I mean by going down 130 cars. Like, hey, welcome to the live stream. All right, this is a really, really good example. So we have the regular M4. You know, basically 3-liter inline six, decent. Oh, did not meant to do that. 425 horsepower. Then you got the convertible, which is literally the same thing but with extra options. And then you got a more powerful version, basically the M3 GTS. Not M3, M4 GTS. Sorry, I've been playing these Bedouin lately. Still on the 4th level. Um, but yeah, there's that. Um, Same thing with the AMGs and the GTR. Well, not except for the GTR. GTR has two versions. There's this, and then there's the Nismo. Apparently, this is faster than the Nismo for God knows what reason. Um, then you got the Carrera, which that one's the one I actually have multiple versions of. You got the regular, got the Cabriolet, you got the Targa, and then you got the turbo of the 911. And you got the Cabriolet, and I think that's about it. The rest, the GT3 and GT2, they're basically different vehicles entirely. Um, and also there's Ferrari. So either if you're literally a fan of the prancing horse, then go right ahead, buy one of these. Uh, at least, but here's the thing: at least the cars pricing is not bad. Like a lot of people be like, "Man, it's not even that." I was like, "Man, it's really expensive. I don't want to grind." Well, good news because you could literally easily get your first either Lambo or Ferrari by just unlocking either this or the Countach, which is this. Uh, Also, the Huracan actually has the Performante version, and I will recommend the Performante version than the original because the original has the basically the engine note of either a Porsche Carrera GT or Lexus LFA. Um, there's also the Performante, which actually has the most realistic version of that specific motor, and that one actually sounds more accurate than the original Huracan. Oh, did I mention that they actually nerfed the Huracan? I don't know what it is, but yeah, they actually legit nerfed the mess out of it after 2 games. And not to mention, there's a lot of activity to do in this game. Easy. My goodness.
Good news. We got a new couch. Go on. Make yourself comfortable.
Actually, wait, hold on. Okay. Where in the world is... sorry, Kuda, not today. Sorry, Subi, not today. Oh, there we go. Alright, I'm actually gonna use that as a nighttime. Funny enough, I actually enjoyed the nighttime activities. Basically things like literally high heat races where you actually unlock more stuff to actually have your car going with around low 400 plus. I literally just thought about it. Usually there is like how do I say it? Usually like there's like a contrasting color. You can actually legit tell that it was. Oh jeez. My goodness. Oh jeez. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh jeez. Alright. What did I miss? Well, basically, one person probably wanted to know how is Need for Speed. Well, as you can tell by the messages on the actual chat, you probably would have noticed that one guy's questioning, how is Need for Speed, and why. And this is what this is what I will tell him. If you don't watch the gameplay, if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you want to buy it, go right ahead. It's your money, not mine. Like, it's your choice if you want to buy it or not, but again. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Almost got hit by AMG GTR. And everyone's gone. Shit. Alright. Alright. Since everyone's gone, I can actually continue on with my story. Alright. Alright, so this is what happened. It was 2007, if I remember correctly, and I actually wanted to get my first game system. And I had a choice of either a regular Xbox or PS2, because at the time, the PS3 is really expensive. Same thing with the Xbox 360. And I ended up getting the PS2 along with two games. One of them was G-Solid Nights, and the other one was without a doubt PSP Pro Street, which at the time I didn't get a PS2. At that time I got a PS2, and here's the thing, the difference between PSP Pro Street and Juice 2 were completely different games. Like, even though, yeah, one of them was a triple CR, the other one was a full-on track day. For those who wondering what that stands for, triple CR is a full city circuit racer. The other one being a track-focused, arcade game that actually has some damage physics, which is kind of realistic. Well, yeah. Excuse me. But when it comes to, now here's the thing. I know I'm not very good at taking care of things, but I am not kidding when I say this. But yeah, the first set of controllers I have were really, well, not real faulty. Basically, my first controller was really faulty because literally I'm not kidding. I kid you not. It literally only took 4 to 5 days to not be able to work anymore. And I was literally devastated because that was like my first controller, and then my brother literally gave me a new controller, which that was legit cool of him. It gets a lot more interesting after that, because I started with Pro Street when Pro Street was my first Need for Speed game. Second was Need for Speed Carbon, and I got Carbon for a really cheap price, and of all the places that I actually got the game from, it was a local Circuit City. And for you youngins that don't know what a Circuit City is, essentially think of Best Buy, but it had a lot more cheaper stuff. So literally things such as DVDs, video games, systems, TVs, karaoke machines, washing machines, refrigerators, the whole 9 yards. And not to mention, the store was actually that the store was literally was going out of business because no one's buying anything from Circuit City, and yeah, all the Circuit Cities had closed down. I still have that specific copy to this day. my goodness. Alright. Now, this is the funny part because I didn't expect myself to get another set of games. Basically, holy crap. I need I literally need a shoot. Okay. Please don't let these, please don't let these, please don't let these, please don't let these. Dang it! Okay. Son of a gun. I actually got.
That's the world telling you it's time for bed.
Good. Well, that's what I get for not equipping my car with ay. So get for not equipping my car with the repairs and
Man,
stuff.
you made a mess of this one. Good as new now.
Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. I think this is the. Okay, this is the active ones. Okay. Gonna put. Okay, so I'm gonna put a repair kit. That's basically about it. Alright. Anyways, so I ended up getting. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. So basically, for my 9th birthday, and I kid you not, I end up getting. Wait, no, actually, yeah, it was my 9th birthday, and I ended up getting not just one, but I got 2 games for my birthday. One of them was Hot Wheels Velocity X, which actually is a lot better game than Hot Wheels beat that, like a whole 9 yards. And then another game that I got was Need for Speed Underground. Now, okay, let me tell you guys about Need for Speed Underground. I got 3 versions. Well, I have 3 copies of one version, but I had 2 versions of the game. I had one for the Game Boy Advance, and the other one was for the PS2. Now, the reason I didn't get one for PC because at the time the computers that we have weren't that advanced. In fact, I remember correctly, the computer that we had that computer since 2000. So you had desktop since 2002, and I was only 3 years old. So that's basically how. How much. Let's see how much. That's basically how old it was. So yeah, News Me Underground. I didn't know crap about that game. Other than, well, to simply put, we got literally 294. Okay. This is gonna be hilarious. I actually want to use this car for a while now. Alright. Shoot. I actually got distracted. Oh yeah. And first time I got it, I immediately messed it up by trying to clean it, and I cleaned it with the wrong material, and it actually got badly damaged. Which, keep in mind, I was only 9 years old. I didn't know any better. But then I ended up and along with that, I ended up getting Need for Speed Most Wanted, and as well as Need for Speed Underground 2. None of those games work. And so ended up getting new games. Ended up getting new versions of the games, which actually is not bad. Oh, it's an NSX. god. Keep in mind my car is 391, so there's that. Shoot, I was gonna say, oh yeah. So end up getting another another knee spin on the ground, and getting another knee spin on the ground too, and I end up getting another knee spin wanted. Then along with the knee spin games, my brother also introduced me to the Midnight Club games. Well, actually, my brother introduced me to the game. In fact, it was actually my cousin. My cousin's friend actually, first my cousin, then my cousin's friend that introduced me to the Midnight Club games. And keep in mind, what actually hit the nail to the coffin is that Victory and literally my sister's friend actually got me hooked on the Midnight Club train. And wondering how in the first place? Well, here's the thing. I keep coming with my sister because not only that they got a computer, but they have Midnight Club, and to be more specific, Midnight Club 3 Racing, aka the OG Midnight Club pack that I didn't bother getting because, well, I'm used to Midnight Club 3 as well as Midnight Club LA, and I end up being still getting used to Midnight Club 2, but that's just me. Let's see. So basically, the majority of the games I end up playing are one of the many games I actually played. They're either good classics or they're basically so bad that can actually be considered trash. Now, there are two games I didn't get when I was a kid, and ended up getting them as an adult. One of which was LA Rush, a racing game that's legit based off of a city in California known as Los Angeles. And it was also sponsored by, and I kid you not, the game was sponsored by West Coast Customs, a automotive company that you might know it through Pit My Ride. Shoot, no. Okay. Good race. That was a really good race. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Oh god. Alright. Shoot, I keep on forgetting stuff. I remember now. So I ended up getting a shoot. Yeah, God dang it. I lost track of the story. Oh yeah, it was literally around 2009 to 2010 when I think it was 2008 when I got Need to Be on the cover for the PS2. Now, Need to Be on the cover for the PS2 and Need to Be on the cover for literally the next gen consoles were like night and day. And I kid you not, Need to Be on the cover for the PS2 looks like a daytime version of Need to Be Carbon, which good game. Just hey, welcome to the live stream. I'm literally talking about how I got into the Need Speed games in the first place. So basically, you're on the chapter where it was 2008 and ended up getting
Man, the cops are out for
only
blood
one
today, am I
game
right? Taurus must be
at
even more
that
of a
time,
hard
which
ass than
was
Mercer.
Guyana. Anyways, uh, no hate on Anna, but just I'm trying to talk here. So it was 2008, and at the time I still have a PS2 because, like I said previously, it was too expensive. It was literally like a 500K, not 500K. It was a $500 game, actually 500 game system, not $500 game, and PS2 was pretty cheaper and it was more reliable. In fact, it's pretty much to the point where it's um yeah, I can say that it's one, if not the most reliable systems that you can ever get. Um, Same thing with okay, I can't speak on the Xbox behalf because I don't, because I never owned an Xbox in my life. Uh, is a little change in name? Oh, okay, okay, that's reasonable. What was I say? Oh yeah, I'm about to continue on with the story. If you want to hear it, stay tuned. But if you don't want to hear it, you can leave because I'm telling the story anyway. Telling the story anyway. So I ended up getting Need to Be Undercover for the PS2. My brother beat it first, and then actually I was and for me I beat it second, and both me and my brother used the same car, which I think the best car that you could get for the PS2 version of Needs to Be Undercover was a Koenigsegg CCX, which, uh, 5-liter VA aside, it was one of, if not the fastest car in the entirety of the Need for Speed games. Well, not the entirety of the Speed games, but it was the fastest car in the PS2 era of racing games. I mean, although there are different, although there are different, um, although I think next gen vehicles are basically like different in terms of not parts per se, but like different year of car. And here's the thing: the funny part is that the secret car was a Nissan 370Z, which you can legit get. Um, no, it's not the fact that you couldn't get it; it's the fact that it was one of, if not the most important car in the entirety of the game. Because here's the thing: me and my brother had tried so hard on how to actually get the car. Unfortunately, we didn't get the car. In fact, if I remember correctly, the game didn't actually have the car. It's just that you can use the car in quick race. It's just that it's not going to work. Put it simply, it was anything but easy. In fact, till this day, I still couldn't believe they didn't let us use the 370Z, even though the AI has it constantly. Um, and I am not kidding when I say this, but the majority of the cars in that car list were missing. For example, and not to mention, a lot of the cars that are new at the time are still in their old model, in their old in the older model of the vehicle. For example, the Lamborghini Gallardo is replaced by the Lamborghini Gallardo 5, I think the 570-4, which is the newer Lamborghini Gallardo. Same thing with the Nissan 370Z, Mitsubishi Evo 10, Nissan GTR. Oh, excuse me. And heck, even the Shelby GT500s in the game, and even something as important as the Need for Speed Edition, Shelby Terlingua. And I know I keep throwing that car into my videos in the same exact time all the time, but I that is legit my favorite limited edition Ford Mustang. It was one of the, if not the coolest car you can actually get in the entirety of two Need for Speed games. That's right. The car was so cool that it was featured in the next game, AC Need for Speed Shift. Alright. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright. Alright, so, what was that say? Oh, yeah. So, 2009, I was only 10, and basically I think it was moment, it was that moment in my life that I had to, like, switch schools, because the school that I used to go to wasn't going to have a K through 8th system anymore. And so literally meaning no 5th grade classes, but I had to go to a different school for that mess, and it didn't go so well. And yeah, I didn't get any racing games right. Wait, no, actually, I got a lot of racing games from that, but it was due to the fact that my 10-year-old self refused to do homework, which I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of stupid of me, but then again, I was really young and I don't know how to be cool, so yeah. Uh, it was interesting to say the least. Um, wait, no, that was 2010. 2009, actually did like my teacher. Like he was one of, if not the coolest teachers I ever had in 4th grade. In fact, he is by far the funniest, and I kid you not, he was legit the funniest teacher I ever had in my in the entirety of my in the entirety of my school year. In fact, he's so cool that he brung a Nintendo Wii twice when we're about to go on vacation. Like, I kid you not. The first one was winter break. The second one was literally the last day of school. And it was, my goodness, it was insane how it was, like, it was insane how one of the coolest teachers, actually, it wasn't going to be my teacher for long, because I kid you not, in 5th grade, as a transfer to a different school, man, that's when I started to have problems. And by problems, I meant I wasn't doing any homework. I was falling asleep in class. I was getting punishments every now and then. It was insane. My goodness, I was all over the place, and I was like, and then I look back and I'm like, why did I do those things? Like, why didn't I do the homework? It's like, oh wait, that's right, because I had literally the strictest teacher hates of all time. And keep in mind, teacher is supposed to help people, not what the heck was that? like, it got so bad that my homework decides to be a full-on, not it decided to be a full-on accountant's folder. It was that bad. And then and then the third last day of school, I sprained my knee, and it was terrible. It was really terrible. And at the time, I had a Nintendo Wii along with a couple of games such as um, Sonic, Sonic All, Sega All Stars Racing. There's Need for Speed Nitro. There's Hot Wheels Beat That. Yes, I got that game. Um, and plenty of other games such as Super Smash Brothers Brawl. I had shoot, I think it was a Looney Tunes game, and then we even have a Metro game which my dad played a lot, and it was and I kid you not, third third last day of school, sprained my knee. Second to last, wait no, actually, no, it was the second last day of school where I sprained my knee. Wait no, third last day of school, I sprained my knee. Second last day of school, um, my mom and my sister, noticed something was definitely wrong, and take me to the hospital, and then they said I have a sprained knee. So I had to wear a cast for 5 weeks in order to actually heal. And it was, and then last day of school, I came to school on crutches, and yeah, it was really bad. But anyway, um, so my so my parents actually got rid of the Wii because and here's the thing, the reason that they got rid of the Nintendo Wii is because of what the PS3 is capable of. And I guess you not, the only reason why, and I think I knows the reason why a lot of people actually stick to PlayStation even if it was really expensive. Because the online is free. The Xbox on the other hand have something known as Xbox Live, but in order for you to actually get to where you need to, basically in order for you to actually get to Xbox Live, you have to pay a certain fee. Literally $60. I think it's $60 a year. I think if I remember correctly, which that's not bad. But then, Xbox decided to actually, now it's 6 months instead of literally 3 months. See, 6 months instead of a full year, which that's double the pricing. My God, it was so bad. So yeah, in terms of what games I had on the PS3, I had and keep in mind those aren't any
It's like
the two
half
games
the
I
racers on the street don't even remember what we've done
just
for
give me
the
a
city.
moment. Okay, so the two games that I had for the PS2, not PS2, for the PS3 were Mini Ninjas and Bakugan, and I still had those two to this day. Um, but what most people didn't know is that along with that, I had I had to literally, um, basically I had to get my PS3 replaced because it wasn't playing any games on disc. It was literally buggy, and not to mention it was, my goodness, it was at the point where it wasn't playing the games at all. In fact, it was like like it was literally like not playing the games. Period. So we got the PS2 replaced, not PS2. We got the PS3 replaced with another one, and one of the best things I ever got out of it was another set of Need for Speed games. So basically, the first three games I got was Need for Speed Pro Street, Need for Speed Carbon, and Need for Speed Undercover. I actually end up getting with for the PS3, along with Midnight Club LA, Need for Speed Shift, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed The Run, and plenty more. In fact, I still had those games to this day. Um, what set those games apart is the fact that many people didn't know that those games are gonna be successful in their own right. Um, and I think it was like at that time the third era of Need Speed was still going on, and I do remember the fact that um, like for most of us actually had a PS3 growing up, that that you will get like demos for those games, and in fact that's the reason why most people literally like would try the demo before they do anything else, because of, well, you want to see if the game is good or not. I mean, then again, the games I bought were good, but some of the games I bought were pretty bad. Team of Pacific, one of them was Ferrari the Race Experience, and then the other one was Anarchy Rush Hour. And I kid you not, those two are probably the only two games that I know that I regret buying, along with MotorStorm 3D Rift, because it wasn't Pacific Rift, and you're only limited in the vehicles you picked, which I was actually devastated because I wasted a couple of dollars on these games, and the only good game I ended up gaining out of it was, well, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. And I think it was at this time, I think it was 2011, 2012, and that's when I almost forgot about being a car guy, and I was literally, and I kid you not, I was literally, and figuratively and literally, collecting Beyblades, and and it was stupid how much money I spent on that mess. Like, I didn't know it was gonna go out of style or not, because basically any one of these in pristine condition can actually do what most people would do, and that's literally sell it for a certain amount of money. But then again, that's what most people would do. Anyways, so the only Need for Speed games that I didn't get was obviously it was the first ever Need for Speed games because I wasn't born at the time. Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, as well as Rivals, and that's about it. I don't count Motor City Online because that's not really a Need for Speed game, even though it count as one. Well, yeah. Then around 2015, I ended up getting 3 games for the PS4 along with PS4 and a headset. One of them was let's see, if I remember correctly, one of them was Need for Speed 2015, the other one was The Crew 2, and last but not least, the other one was Call of Duty Black Ops 3, or aka the first Let's Plays that you guys can actually watch when I started my channel. What else? And then literally around, and keep in mind, I didn't know that I actually gotten an extra game. So along with those 3, I had Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, which is literally all 3 games in one being remastered. So yeah, for the most part, it was one of if not the coolest games I ever gotten in my entire lineup. Is until I discovered a MMORPG. Well, I would say MMORPG, but it's more like a third-person MMORPG. Basically, it's known as Warframe, and Warframe literally kicked my butt in terms of how a lot of people play it, because here's the thing. For those that are wondering, oh my god, he's literally like a noob in Warframe. Well, keep in mind that I was keep in mind that I was getting used to the PS4, and in fact, that's a learning curve for me in the PS3 too, because for the PS3, in order to accelerate, you have to use your right trigger to go, and then your left trigger to stop. Basically, assembling pedals. Um, I think around 2016. Yeah, I do believe 2016 was literally was one of the years where it actually ended PC 2015 support. It was pretty good, but it could have been better. Then 2017, I got 2017 Need to Be Payback came out, as well as Gran Turismo Sport, and that's when I started the channel. I was originally a Let's Play type of channel, although I still am, but it actually expanded from having being a Let's Play type of channel to literally, well, me streaming games on YouTube. That's basically how that works. Um, so anyways, 2018 was the year of the games I actually wanted to get last year. So, well, no, not last year, 2020. I'm talking about, um, so yeah, it was 2018. Ended up getting the two games I actually wanted, and it was at the time where the first update actually came out, and it was, if not, it was one of the most important games that most people would notice on my channel. One of them was Gran Turismo Sport, and the other one was Need to Be Payback. And let's just say that um, the majority of the games I have
You having fun out there with
are
the lead?
let's see, the majority of the games I had are that have been the channel once or twice, but at the same time, it was really different. And by really different, I meant it was insanely different. Like how most people know when you actually got a lot of stuff going on the on the channel, and I still actually so yeah, it was insane. Um, anyways, 2017, it was yeah, yeah. So yeah, 2018 was the year actually was the 2017 was the year I graduated high school, and then 2018 was the year I started college. Well, actually, I graduated from high school and started college in 2017. 2018 and 2019, I actually had, let's see, literally 2017 to early 2019, it was the year that I was falling apart. Like, it was one of the many, and I kid you not, it was one, if not the many, um, I really was literally struggling. So, I ended up, I literally had to, well, shit, can't believe my controller died. Anyways, hmm. Well, yeah, it was pretty bad. Um, what most people didn't know is that I actually what's it called? that basically due to the fact that the move actually ended up happening, I actually had to like put my channel on hold so I can actually get so I can actually revert to actually moving to a new house, basically having little to no internet, so I can't stream. So there's that, and then basically another case on point. It's usually those things that kind of happened, but at the same time, it actually kind of works into my favor because I was once nervous. Now I any don't have any stage frights for the most part. I think that's let's see, that's almost it. And then literally late 2019 is when I actually started streaming Need for Speed Heat, and my goodness, and keep in mind, I got Need for Speed Heat a couple of days later. Actually, a couple of days later, right after launch. It was one of, if not the biggest games that I actually wanted to have that I want to stream because it's gonna tell already. It was a really important game for a lot of us gamers to live stream due to the fact that it had a lot of stuff going on. Like the story was cool, and like most people, we actually end up getting we actually end up getting but yeah, it was pretty cool. Nonetheless, it was really interesting to say the least. Then literally right at the bat, let's just say that it didn't go so well the year later because I'm not gonna cue what actually happened, but cue it anyways. Yeah, the pandemic happened, and to make matters worse, I was over here actually having a crisis because I actually had to stop streaming for a moment and actually work on a lot of stuff. And the reason why I've been working on this for a long time now because well yeah, that's basically about it. So that's how I got into. Alright, so basically, late 2019, I ended up getting real angsty with my purchases because literally I ended up getting a lot of games at that time. Basically, being Car Mechanic Simulator, Car X, and a lot more, and again a lot more stuff than I thought I did. But this year was one of the years I actually started my Let's Plays again, and actually started and in fact 2020 also started my not only my um, CarX live streams, but also started my um, Gran Turismo live streams. So I think for the most part, I do believe that this was the moment that I am actually going to tell you guys that basically um right now on present day still playing Need for Speed to this day, along with Middle Club LA, Tokyo Stream Racer. Actually, in fact, Tokyo Stream Racer was another game I actually played, as well as Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift game, which is, in my opinion, the best Fast and Furious game you could ever get, by a long shot. So, without any further ado, yeah, I think that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy this live stream and leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you see next. You can follow me on Instagram at Goddrifter247sun Production. You can follow me on Twitter at G247s. Um, you can check out my Discord at Goddrifter247sun Production Garden Museum. And last but certainly not least, make sure you check out my Twitch at G247s. Also on my YouTube page, make sure that you actually click on the bell notification so that way you can be notified of any streams and videos that is coming out soon. So I think that'll be about it. Parents got to stream Gran Turismo later. So without further ado, hope you guys have a dope Friday. This is Goddrifter signing off. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.